Salut! ThakaDhi-im, Dhing DhingDhi, ThakaDhi-im, Dhing DhingDhi, ThakaDhi-im. Welcome to episode 217 of Konnakol 2020, the video series in which every day of the year I show you some little thing about Konnakol, that is the vocal percussion tradition of South India. I am Carlitos from Slovenia, and today is August the 4th, and we are continuing in our wonderful, I hope, Summer of Theermanams, in which every day of August I will compose and explain and teach one different Theermanam that is based on that day's date. So the Theermanam for today is based around the date 4 of August. All right, so the length of it, the length of the Theermanam is 32 aksharas, and that 32 is the sum of 4, 8, and 20. The composition is rendered in Chaturashra Nadai Madhyamakalam, so 4 subdivisions to a beat, very simple. And this is a different take on a very common Theermanam. And if you need a refresher of any of these topics, please go and check episodes 122 and 123, or just go to the Konnakol 2020 Basics playlists on my YouTube channel, because over there you will quickly find all the theoretical episodes in which I explain a bit more about the underpinnings of Konnakol. And in episode 123, I explain how you can apply a very simple formula to get all the Theermanams in a particular length. And the length 32, displayed here, gives us 5 different Theermanams, right? At the top is the most common one, which is 10, 1 gap, 10, 1 gap, 10. But today I'm going to show you the one at the very bottom, that is 2, 13 gap, 2, 13 gap, 2, because this is the kind of Theermanam that you don't see, you don't hear a lot, whereas the 10, 1, 10, 1, 10, you see it all the time, and don't get me started on the 8, 4, 8, 4, 8, that is absolutely everywhere. So there are only 2 phrases in this Theermanam, which is a phrase for 2, which is Thaka, and then a phrase for a 13 gap, that there are many different ways in which you could do this, and I chose perhaps one of the simplest ones, which is DHIM, Ding, Ding, Ding. So it is 4 plus 3 plus 3 plus 3. And here is the transcription that hopefully will make things a bit clearer, because I have used 3 different colors to identify the 3 instances of the phrase for 2. So the first Thaka is in red, the second is in orange, and the third, right at the very end, is in yellow, and in between we have the 13 beat gaps that they are in white. So you can clearly see at which exact points you are supposed to say this Thaka. This is they're equidistant, of course, but you can see that they are not where you would expect. Look at that, the orange phrase starts at the very end of the 4th beat and then continues to the very first of the 5th. You really need to be very careful here. So now, having said that, if you want, you can hit the pause button and try to learn this on your own time and then return, because now I'm going to perform this, as I always do, at a slower tempo, so you're very welcome to join. So whenever you're ready, let's do this. ThakaDhi-im, ThakaJunu, ThakaDhi-im, ThakaJunu, ThakaDhi-im, Ding, 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 ThakaDhi-im, Ding, 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 ThakaDhi. So that was the Theermanam for the 4th of August. It's very simple, very short, but it can be quite tricky. So please pay attention to it, because it's a very unusual way of performing a Theermanam in a very common length, which is 32 beats. Anyway, let me know what you think in the YouTube, Instagram, and Facebook comments, or just write to me using my social networks displayed here, because I always like receiving feedback. Anyway, that's all from me today. Thanks a lot for watching. I have been Carlitos from Slovenia. Who else? And I will see you all tomorrow. Goodbye.